Joining us on the Moral Compass tonight, we have Lynn Tang, Broadway and music and movie producer, movie writer and producer, and we have EIKO Jin, composer. You are in the right place at the right time. Once again, this is Cornell Johnson, and you are on the Moral Compass. You're joining us tonight with Lynn Tang, Broadway and movie producer, and EIKO Jin, composer. We just finished talking, off screen. We were talking about glitches that happen, and I glitched up just now with the video. So I guess I must put the kibosh on myself, in the words of Walter Matthau. But Miss Tang, we have Lynn Tang, Broadway producer, director, writer. Miss Tang is a film and Broadway musical producer. She's the executive director of Universe the Multicultural Film Festival, the director of the San Diego International Kids Film Festival, founder of the Epic ACG Fest, chairwoman of the Maya Art Festival. As a film producer, her feature movie, China and Hollywood, Hiding Sword, won the Best Actor and Actress Awards at the Los Angeles Nollywood Film Festival. As the executive producer of the Hollywood film Senior Entourage, that with all the Hollywood icons in it, Ed Asner, Mark Rydell, Dick Van Dyke, Helen Reddy, who has passed away, Marion Ross, and Charlie Robinson. That came out in 2018, February. She is in pre-production to I let's roll that back again, Bob. I getting a little tongue tied. She's let's try that again, Bob. Let's roll that film back. Two feature films that's titled as The Kingdom of Hulu and Cupid as the Broadway musical producer. Her production, Chen Ying, Rescues the Orphan, made it to Studio 54 in New York at 2013, and also the Dolby Theater Oscar Award home theater in October of 2016. It became the first Broadway musical to appear in the Dolby Theater in history. She's been on a roll for 6 years as a film jury and international commissioner of Seoul Guru International Kids Film Festival, and that's in Korea. 3 years as the Asian film block director of the Broadway International Film Festival, Ensenada in Mexico. Before the entertainment industry, she was a project manager specializing in international business exchange. She served as the management specialist for Fortune 500 companies. She's the Shanghai China Zabai. Did I say the right?
Yeah, Zabai.
Zabai. All right, Zabai. All right, all right. I'm getting a little warmed up. District investment advisor, and currently serves as the CEO of Maya Films. And our musical guest is EIKO Lynn, a young composer. EIKO Lynn, I'm gonna let you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi everyone, this is EIKO Jin from California, Los Angeles, and I'm very honored to be here to join this online streaming. I'm so thrilled. Thank you so much for having me today. It's a real honor.
You are so welcome. You don't know how happy I am to have you guys. Absolutely. I got some more people from California. We had Cheryl Cooley the other night, and tonight we've got Broadway, and we've got a composer, and I tell you what, we're doing it up big tonight. So the first question is for you, Miss Tang. Miss Tang, when did you realize you wanted to make movies?
Well, actually, I don't want to make a movie until like a few years ago when I started help to the film festival. So maybe back to 2014 or 2015, I started thinking I should make a movie because I retired from my previous business career. Then I started helping the Chinese children's film. And then I get into San Diego International Kids Film Festival. Then I noticed a lot of things I needed to do, and I can help the kids. Then I started, volunteer, getting involvement with the San Diego International Kids Film Festival, and for a couple years. Then I realized it's so important to have a good movie and for the kids. Then you see a lot of them. They made after you see enough, and you see a lot of people are want to make a movie, but make a wrong movie and all that kind of mistake. You deal with the festival, you met a lot of like pro or experienced filmmakers. You kind of know a lot of niche and know-how, and you find their problem, and as a project manager myself, I think I was born with certain of the creativity talent. Then I started thinking I should do some movies, with gathering right team of people. So that's where I kind of started to produce my movies.
Awesome. That's awesome. And yeah, I what you were saying is so true because I grew up on watching the wide world of Disney. These things had, you watch a movie and you can feel good inside, and it had a moral to it. And
Yeah,
I think that that's big these days to have something that kids can look at, and that they're watching, and that they're actually getting some kind of lesson from the movie. So, you set my second question up. And being a project manager, you found that some of those skills were translating over into what you're doing now. They help you because it seems like you
it's a
must
help
be
a lot.
a good
Yeah, basically
organizer.
it's seamlessly because like content is different. Like before, I do most business project manager or different kind of aspect of people and put them together. And now I'm just put all different filmmakers in a different section together. The fundings and the distributions, and then we get a director and production team. And it seems like it's not hard. So it works. It worked. Mm.
Well, when we get off the air, I'm going to talk to you personally about organizing my socks because I always lose one sock, so I don't understand why. It's something with my organizational skills. I can't keep up with my socks. I've got this one, but that's not important right now.
Oh,
Hey, so
your problem goes pretty well too. You get me. I could talk to you a little bit after this. Yeah,
you can
after the
talk to me a
show.
little bit after the show. All right, okay, and you can charge me a consulting fee. There's no problem with that.
Okay, yeah. No, I am not. I just help you because I'm retired from my project management. Okay.
EIKO,
Yeah.
when did you know that you wanted to be a composer?
Well, that's a really good question because before I started my composer journey in like 6 years ago, I was a huge fan of the, Eastern, Western, all the soundtracks. You name anybody, I can tell you something about them. So I've been a fan for no kidding decades of the film music. So later there's one day I just all of a sudden I feel I have to do this as my career. And there is a specific movie that I want to mention. It was a movie called August Rush, starred by Robin Williams and the little boy from The Sixth Sense. I'm sorry I forgot his name, but they made that film amazing. And also, August Rush was talking about a music genius who can compose, from a boy, and the Juilliard School in New York, and they just take that boy, and he started conduct the orchestra like 8 or 9 years old. And by that moment, I got lit up by the music. And I was, by that time, my life was totally out of the film industry, music industry. I just worked for like a very regular office job. And after that film, I was like, I have to do this for my career. And I was like, I walk back and forth in my room, and I just like, I can't stop. I can't sit down. I have to do something for my dream. That's how August Rush changed my life.
Awesome. I have to watch that movie. August Rush.
Yes.
I gotta watch that movie. That sounds like a pretty good movie. Awesome. Awesome. Miss Tang, as the executive producer of the Hollywood film Senior Entourage, you work with Hollywood icons Ed Asner, Mark Rydell, Dick Van Dyke, Helen Reddy, Marion Ross, and Charlie Robinson. What was that experience like?
Actually, that's my first Hollywood movie. when I get in and they say, well, they need some funding, and then last minute they wanted me to get in because, and I said, all right, I don't know anybody else, but I love the movie Golden Palm. And I said, well, then I bought about like 40% of the investment, just the movie, and then when they start filming, they said, Lynn, you want to come to on set? You don't have to. Because their first day filming is right very close to my house in Paso Verdes. And I said, of course I'm calm. So when I was kind of wants to come, imagine what these big guys, they're huge. In my point, and what they are. When I go on set, there's like, I didn't feel that kind of like, star power or that kind of stuff. All I see is very like hardworking, very serious, and very pro. And they are elders. They are their 80s, and their 70s, 80s, and they do the role. The only thing amazes me is because when they have their conversation, they have like dialogue and stuff. They don't need a script. They just play like right away, and you don't distinguish where is the performance, what is the real talking. So I was talking to Mark, and then the guy, the filmer, the camera guy, and filming a little bit, and actually put the conversation I was talking to Mark and Eddie, and they put in that scene into the movie. It was very cute and very interesting. I even though I was in the movie, but anyway, so they come because they're in north of the they're in the Hollywood area, so we were very south of the LA, and so they are coming on time. There they want come on time, and a lot of the crew come late. That was amazed me. And I said, hello, even those are superstars, and they're coming on time, and they work on schedule, and they're very, very never angry or any pick up anything. And that because the crew has a lot of some youngsters, and because they want to see them, they come to to the crew. But I can't tell why the people who are them. They are good people and hard worker, and very patient. So I see that. That's what I know why they're successful.
It's that work ethic.
Yeah, very fun people. Yeah, I love to work with them again. So that's why I'm going to do a cycle.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Tang. EIKO, the other night I had when Cheryl Cooley was on the show. Cheryl she writes music and she knows music, and I there's some things I learned about her I never knew, and it makes a lot of sense now when she was talking about. But one of her qualms she was telling me about was how they're not teaching music to kids in school now, and she talked about the music that's being made now and how it doesn't have a rhythm, it's just a beat. How do you feel about the music that's being made now, as compared to the music that you grew up liking, like in August Rush?
Mm-hmm. Well, for that question, personally, I heard, because I'm Chinese, and I heard there's many stories about the Chinese kid, how they got trained by their tiger mom or tiger dad. And when I was a kid, actually, my parents tried to do that to me too. They sent me to learn accordion, they sent me to learn this and that, but I never enjoyed it like today. So talking about teaching music, like what they're doing at the schools now, I think the interest is the key. No matter what kind of music, the beat, the rhythm, hip hop music or pop or orchestra, opera, whatever you name, you have to let the kids enjoy it first. Just there's no goal, there's no expectation. You just feel the music, love it, and you feel goosebump every time you listen to whatever kind of genre you like. You feel that passion within you. You feel all your blood was boiling by the time you were in that music. So I think that's the time not just for the school to teach their kid, but also for everybody to enjoy the music. There's nowadays, I think the music industry, people so many people wanted to be cool. Like as long as my music is cool, I don't care if it sounds good or bad or whatever. Or sometimes somebody like, oh, I do opera. I'm so, I'm so decent. I'm so different from other people. Actually, to me, I think all the music, they're equal. As long as you like the music, we can clap together in different, rhythm. And that's a really good, I mean, it's not a percussion, but that's also really good music. We can enjoy any kind of song. And that's also something from August Rush. They tell you the little boy was enjoying, the siren from New York City and the people talking and laughing. That's also got feel and enjoyed by the little boy in that film. So I hope that everybody can enjoy that film, and you will get what I mentioned here.
I'm gonna watch August Rush. You already sold me on it, so I have to watch it now. I'm gonna watch August Rush. I'm gonna reach back out to you and I'm gonna say August Rush changed my life.
Yes,
definitely. I love Robin Williams anyway, though. I love
yes.
Robin Williams, all his movie, his music, it's huge. You feel like powerful, huge, very thick, and I like his style of the music. He's very
he was hilarious. I loved Robin Williams. Yes, ma'am. So, Ms. Tang, let me ask you. You keep producing all these hit movies, Broadway plays. Is there ever any pressure to keep producing hits?
Yes, a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, but you just want to do it. Some certain of the project, once you start it, just I mean, a lot of hurdles, a lot of problems, but you just have to find a way to finish it. It's just once you finish it, the first round you finish it, all that feeling are so great. I mean, like you won an lottery. You finish one project, like you feel you won lottery. It's just so fun, and you forgot all the hurdles and hardship and all the difficulties during the preparation and productions. So I really I enjoy it to being like maybe because I'm a project manager, so I really enjoy a part of it is once you finish, you complete. That matters me a lot, mostly. Once I complete, I'm happy. I'm just it's the best things I having. So regardless the big project or small project, as long as finish, that part of achievement feeling. Oh my God, it's so great.
Awesome. Yeah, all right. I'm learning some things. EIKO, when you're producing, when you start, okay, has there ever been a time when there was this starting point and it just seemed like you were not going to be able to do this, and then you have take me through your process. You don't have to tell me all your secrets, because I don't want to know your secrets. You don't have to uncover all your secrets here, but what's your process usually like when you're composing? Is there special sneakers you wear? Do you put your songwriting shoes on?
I have my favorite pajama when I'm writing music. I always wear that one. Just kidding. So I can share all my producing details with everybody who is with us on this live streaming. So to me, I never try to scare myself at the first step of the project. Like, oh, this sounds so epic. People give me something from Hans Zimmer. I cannot do it. I don't think about it that way. Like, okay, since you cannot afford Hans Zimmer and I can at least achieve maybe 40, 50%, 60% of his results, then I'm gonna give you that. So we both got something, we're fine with it. So usually I'd prefer to ask my client for the cue sheet with time code, with reference tracks, as the more the better. Because at the beginning of my composer career, I didn't know how to be a composer, and I collaborated with some student director, and they gave me a very nice words as wrote whatever you want. And I was like, oh my God, you're so nice. I just compose whatever I want. Then of course, when I sent it back, they said, no, this is not what I want. I was like, so what is the difference? Is that the feelings are not right? I was like, what is this feelings? Tell me something. They don't give you any details. They just tell you the feelings not right. I was like, that's, not a direction. But after so many years, I work on different projects, commercials, documentaries, and films. And also I work with Miss Tang for many projects together. So each project, you know that where you're going, and you have the time track from the director, and you know how long they want it. Depends on the time code they give you. Okay, they want something for 30 seconds. They want something for 2 minutes. So you can arrange the whole structure of the music. And also, as I said, if they send me something from Mr. Zimmer, then I'm going to analyze what kind of instrument they used. Okay, they use French horn, I got French horn. They use like violin, I got violin. They use something I don't know, I try to find something that sounds similar. And there's only one exception that I learned from my professor. They told me if they send you something from Mozart, so you just tell them to find Mozart. So nobody can beat Mozart.
How many instruments do you play?
My most proud instrument was my voice. That's
Awesome.
yeah. So people always ask me what you play. I play my voice, and also I do accordion when I was a kid, and I do some keyboard. Not a really good one, but I enjoyed it as piano. And also I do percussion when I was in college. So, but still, my voice is my weapon.
We're gonna get to hear your voice a little bit later, right?
No problem.
Oh, awesome, 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 awesome. All right. So, Miss Tang, compare the Lynn Tang I'm talking to with the Lynn Tang that produces Broadway hits. How are those two people different?
It's different because when I be a producer, I'm very serious, and now I'm I'm relaxed. I like to have fashions, and I like to have jokes, and I like to see some comedies, and it's different. It's very two different people. I'm more girly right now. Put it this way, and when I'm on set, when I'm doing project, I'm more like a man. So so it's like sometimes when we work, I used to work with a team of the male, most of male teammates, and when we're finished work, okay, then they'll be treat me like ladies. They buy me candies and stuff. When I'm on site, they call me. I mean, they're much older than me. Mom, what are we gonna do? They call me mom. Yeah, sometimes they joke on me, say, Lynn, if you don't talk, you're a pretty girl, we don't like you. But once you open your mouth, we say, oh my God, that's a big woman down there. It's like grandma. So it's kind of like, but anyway, I take it. It's okay. Life just work.
You know what the young people say? They said like when you're bad, they say you're about that life. So you telling me like right now we're just hanging out, so it's different. But if I was in your movie and I came on that set acting up, hey, you're about that life. You're not gonna be all that smiling and everything. You can be serious, business.
No, yeah. Well, I'm very, because when I'm working, I want everything on track. And
Yes, ma'am.
as long, but I'm easygoing. As long as I'm not really like a very very particular micromanagement. But I do give people a little bit of buffer because I am an easygoing person. Because like I say, understanding, everybody has kind of differences and different way of working. I respect your way of working, but I have my timetable. If you don't finish on it, I'm really, I'm not happy. But I try to help them to finish it.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot of skills. No, I learned a lot of skills because I, part of a team member, they don't do on time, and the whole team the whole process has kept going. And I started learning to help the one who are slow. So I learned a lot of skills. So that's why I can do I do a lot of things. So design, I didn't know, but since nobody, they can't finish it, I go on. And like sometimes we're doing a show and then our presenter is late. I just go on there and be a one. So it's kind of a lot of skills. But it's what you be a producer. You have to really know this basics. So like I said, I was joking. Well, I'm be a wife wants to be a producer at least. When I short of money, I don't have enough people. I can put myself in. That's a part of the power I have. The joke anyway.
Oh, thank you, Mel. Thank you. I looked at some. I looked at some teasers of the movies from the young people all over the world, and they were very talented.
Oh, very, very, yeah, very,
Yeah,
very.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I was really surprised when I looked at it. I was really surprised, and what can you tell me about the International Kids Film Festival?
well, the International Kids Film Festival, because I think nowadays the technology, we're talking about technical problem, right? They they know the camera. They just like a we when we were little, we know we use the pen to write, and the younger generation they use the camera. You know, the camera to like our pen, all the time. So they kind of a master about it, and the way they use the camera, it's like they're just so afraid, so know so much of it. So they use the camera, so they made the movie, and then because the software and everything right now, it's so easier for them doing it. They're really creative. So we have a lot of like youngsters, like 14 years younger. Oh my God, their movie is great. I mean, I'm sorry to say that some of the talented ones, they are really as good as the adults. As like older time, the people graduate from a film school. The master of the music and the master of lighting and all this software doing it's really cool. And like because they're a kid, there's so much creativity. So they don't have the and they have so many fun things and you can see it. So it's really fun to watch the youngsters movie. Because the film festival, we try to encourage the youngsters and to do the movies because it's like futures, everybody's paying. So the youngsters, we categorize them based on the age because you don't want to, I put on like younger one, like 14 is younger. We call like a kid, like a 14 to 17, we call it like a youth. Then everybody else is like 18 or above, they compete together. So you put a different category and then they compete each other. So that makes a lot of fun. And especially the animations are the youngsters doing. Oh my God, unbelievable good. The one year I think one of the Oscar winner and it's I think what I forgot what's his name he was like 1980s or something he 1990s he has a one like animation win Oscars, right? And he sent his shorts competed with my kid. I mean my festival.
Really?
Actually, he did this 4 years. He won twice, but twice he lost to someone else. Yeah, it's like amazing. It's, like I said, our we have a team of jury. I mean, it's a pros in the industry. They're doing the votes. Our voting system copied the Oscars. So it's like each category, and we have 1.5. We have like 20 different kind of category, and they have 15 juries and the voting members. We put down our numbers. We're very serious about it. So hey, they lost twice. He lost twice. So that's where sometimes you see this fun thing and happening. So you should know he's great. He's a pro. He's an Oscar winner. He's gonna definitely wipe out everybody's off. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you do not. Depending on
That's
who's
right. He dealing with
competing
some
with
hungry
you.
people. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
was surprised. I was like, it made me feel like, man, I need to be making movies. I'm like, I said, 14 years old, and the movies were so good. Where can we go to see those movies?
Well, the problem is right now that's why we got a lot of requests. Maybe it's our next project we're gonna build we have so many movies come from the kids are so good. I think we probably are San Diego Kids Film Festival is the world number one right now. So we got so many, almost 40 countries and all the people are sitting there. They film here. They really want to come to our festival because we have best of the like a red carpets. We got all these trailer. We got all these programs are one of the top. So every kids and they really flew over. I mean this year sucks, but before we and international flew over and attended our red carpet, and it's one of the best. So we have lots of requests from the parents said, well, why don't you guys put on like a Netflix, like online theaters, so we don't have to watch and you guys can tell us what good for our kids. Then I said, all right. So they just send us like a, release every week, and we got a lot of requests from parents. And they said, well, basically you guys screen for us. That's what they kind of gave out that. I think I treat it as an honor roll because which means the parents are trust us. And so we're trying to probably will start. Well, I'm still working on it because we're still trying to search the investors and to build like online shelters for the kids, the family. Good ones and good quality, good concept, and clean. You don't have to worry about the kids learning something wrong. And we do checking all the qualities and stuff because we have all these juries and great juries and there. And so that's what we're planning to do it. We're gonna call Maya TV. That's our name. We already have a
Oh,
name.
awesome.
We already have a certain of these structures, and so we will have. That's what we are trying to think to put all these good ones online. People can see it, and because right now the small movies you cannot able to play on the theater. Even you're good, but you have to be very, and also even if like Netflix is good platform, it's no longer before you can go there to watch. They do have special like access gate. You have to know them inside of the circle. You're able to get in. Sometimes I don't know you, Cornell, so like I can't get a movie in there. But you might have a best movie, right? It's. Then I started thinking, well, for a kids movie, then for our people who are come to our platform, I run 3 festival, so I'm gonna do I should do a online, like a virtual cinema. So I should do that. So that's where we're right now. I'm not probably it's like a project I have to slowly build up. So that's my thing. So many talents, so many great stories, so many movies needed to put somewhere that people are able to watch.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's true. I agree with you. I was blown away. I was blown away when I saw the because what it made me it made me feel like it was a teaser. I wanted to see the whole movie. I was like, I was looking at it and I was like, and these kids are good. I said, how do you do these special effects like this? I said, I should be able to do it. I said, these kids, awesome
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
Awesome
it is.
movie.
It's unbelievable. So I think the international children's, international like children's film festivals, we are the only one really, treat the kids, the youngsters like Oscars. We were like Oscars. Except that the contents or the age different. We were like Oscars. I mean, Oscar don't screen a movie. We still screen a movie. We still have all the panels to pro to teach them how to be like the kids last year we got like I think she's very cute. She won the best I think kids like a best performance award. She probably won a movie. She's like 6 or 7 years old. She did she presented her project as like a peach. She peach on in front of people. That was so cute. And if you don't just close your eyes, you listen to what she's talking, you don't realize what was a kid like 7 years old or 6 years old.
Wow.
So I gave them kind of opportunity to go through the whole industry need. You want to do a movie? Very first thing, so you have to write a proposal and present the proposal to the people who are going to invest in your movie. Without the money, you cannot do much. So you have to learn that skill. Since if you learn from young, there will be success for their future.
So they have to write proposals and everything.
Yeah.
To get them. That's cool. Oh, they're way ahead of me. They're way ahead of me. I can't compete with them.
We have a special panel, like 4 hours for people who are, we don't regulate the age. Anybody can sign up from as long they're our filmmakers.
Really?
They sign up online. So sometimes we didn't check who are doing it, right? But we know they're doing it because they have a code. They can sign online. And every year we have the youngsters do, majority of our adults and to do the presentations for projects. But every year there is a kid. I think this year, so we got more kids and sign up. I encourage them to do it. Just don't worry about it. Don't care who's on fun. I just tell people what do you want to do. I think a couple of the kids are there grow up. They like when I do a film fest, we start carrying a festival. I see some younger ones tiny and then they grow and they go to good colleges and they go to good film schools and the movies you see so much better. And there are many successful producers. I mean, the directors are from my festival, and they always writing me something. So like in the Facebook, that was very cute. Sometimes I was in other place. I didn't read. Sometimes when the kids grow up, you don't see them how they look like. They say, "Hey, Mrs. Tong," and I said, "Who are you? Oh, you forgot me. I'm who? Which year San Diego Kids Film Festival?" I was young. I was 14 or something. I was like, I know, but they grow so tall and you didn't realize much of them, but they're so cute. They call you and they call you out. They're kind of like say somebody or so, like say your aunts kind of way. And I feel very happy for that. So that was part of when you're doing running.
Awesome. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Ms. Tang. EIKO, do you have a favorite genre of music?
Personally, I still in general I like the film music the most. So I'm gonna call it. It's not a genre, not like a classical music or the all different kinds of music. But film music, I like them as soundtracks. Maybe they call it that name, soundtracks. Is because there are so much emotions in it. Sometimes you watch. Because I keep listening to different kinds of soundtracks from different films. Sometimes I didn't even watch the film, but I like this composer, so I check all the albums they wrote. So sometimes I feel, even though I don't know the story, I don't know what happened in the film. So I still can sense the emotion through those music. Like for example, one of my favorite was Mr. Danny Elfman, and his music for Alice in Wonderland. So the opening music was Alice theme. So you heard that and you hear the Alice was like riding a horse. So you don't even need to watch the film. You listen to Mr. Elfman's music. You there is a girl riding a horse and running till the endless road, till the end of the road. So you hear Alice in that theme. So that is why I enjoy soundtracks the most, and that is why I really want to turn it to be a part of my career. Of course, it's very, very challenging, and I bet there might be someone who's listening to our streaming now who's a fan of soundtracks and who's someone who want to start as a composer or working as a composer at this moment. So just everybody hang there. The beginnings, the early stage of being a composer was very stressful. It's very hard. You have to demonstrate that you're good enough for people's film. And there was one time I was encouraged by a film composer from Germany. And he told me one thing, like, don't feel frustrated at your age as a film composer. People usually success or started getting something better at their early 40s. So John Williams didn't get his feature until, somewhere 40. So everybody, but usually people, if you didn't turn out to be something at 36, 37, your parents started questioning you. Like, hey, are you really want to do this for the rest of your life? You're, have a financial problem. So you better find something like a doctor job, a lawyer job. So, that's when maybe 80% people, they quit. Like, oh, there's no hope. But usually, 40s to 50s, maybe you finally see the light of the, the passion and the career. They're happening at the same time. Usually we have passion, but we're starving. So that's the problem.
Well, where can people reach out to a starving artist like yourself if they wanted to retain your services? How can they get in touch with you?
Well, they can simply Google my name, EIKO JIN. EIKO JIN. So you will find my website and everything about me.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. You're welcome. We don't want you starving. We want to get you a family.
Please be the composer.
The first time, Miss Tang, you produced a Broadway musical. What was it like seeing your production on stage?
I mean, it's the show is really good. It's hard. You know, it was cold. We were trying to get the tickets out. We were, yeah, under the snow. I'm from California. The show is on the Broadway. It's in February. It's cold. You will start. I mean, we got everything. Of course, we're, did all the performances, the music, lighting, and all these reunion routes and stuff. And I think myself not much, because I don't. That's my first stage show, so I never really do anything else. But the actors, the whole crew, they're the one making me really, huge shock. The leading actor was, he was in he's about like some of my age. He's in the 50s, and time of, he was like, open the door. He was like crying. Then we have like the whole crew, about like 60, 54, 50, I think 50s, 52 or 53 people, and before the curtain up, everybody's like tears come up. I was like, I didn't understand why they start crying like that. Then here's the link, as long as we perform in the Broadway stage for 5 seconds, my artist life worth it. Then I said, why you can have that feeling? Then tell me, do you know that any filmmakers who win an Oscar, they think their whole life is worth it? So it's kind of like when they play that one, and then everybody's crying. Okay. Everybody else is like 50 of them hard worker, all this. It's like a soldier. Listen to whatever you say, even you're yelling at them, because one of the mics not really right, and I was like, what happened? Nobody had argued with me. That show on we were in the Broadway. I mean, how the way they express, they kind of like they kind of like how to say, it's like it's like a century or something. They feel like they're the best of the part of their career in all their life. That was amazed me when we first shown it Broadway, and it's on the Studio 54. Like then after put everything on there, all the whole the music, lighting, I mean, all these ushers and everybody seems really collaborative. Then I was laid down. I was tired. I was sitting on myself. I didn't watch inside. I was sitting outside and guarding the door. I was saying, please, don't give me a technical problem. I know there isn't any other problem we're gonna have, and when the whole show runs back, then I really want to sleep on the floor. It's so tired, but the audience come out and to see how good it is. It was really, really, really making me feel I did something wonderful. I did something really, really wonderful. It's like I can proudly tell my ancestors or somebody say, "Oh, I carry my Chinese. I carried my last name right. I didn't shame you, all you guys, because I did this." So that was my feeling how I been producers and to when I produced my first show in Broadway, and because like I said, I did was because all the artists, and they kind of joke on me, say, "Oh, they should make like a statues of me." Put in the garden because I bet it's still. Then I was joking because I'm still alive. Please do not do it.
Said you
It's
want a
like
statue, but I don't want to die. That's right. I don't
yeah.
believe you. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
still alive. Don't do a statue. So it's kind of they're the one. So that's why I noticed the artist problem. Artists want to do the creativity things, but they don't know how to do a business part of management. They don't know how to do promotion. They don't know how to manage the whole project. So that's the time I get involved with a project, because I said, well, you shouldn't do this. It's not right? Then I cut in. Then I'm be a producer. A lot of projects like that. I wasn't planning to do it, but I feel like I have a kind of obligation to helping them and make the project success. I don't want a starving artist. I want them to be, have artist is a talent, is a skill, the worth a lot. It's I don't know. I mean, I know. I mean, many people don't feel that, but I feel it's so important. But like I said, because they're talented, they don't have. They short of other part, which I have. That's why I do a lot of producing because I think I have I can help in them, and I can finish the project in a way. So I feel good to be a producer in that way because I help in other people. I help in the artists. They're great. I mean, they're great people. The artists are people are I like to deal with because compared to my I was trained as an engineer. And I've been at my own business. I business person, project manager worldwide. The best people to deal with it's the artists. Okay, you know why? If people say,
Why?
"Oh, they're weird," right? But it's not. Take out the weird part. I mean, they have a soft, very soft heart. Everything you can talk about, and they have some they're so part of heart. Everything works. That's why art is the beautiful people. So I like to work with them. So it's like you say, you're doing this and that. I don't know. Everything's coming like last minute. I go there to help. I wasn't from the beginning. I wasn't in there. So, but in that once I'm getting in there, then I think because of my skills, my other things, I made the project looks very decent and make project success. That's why I think I like to be producer.
Awesome. That's awesome. EIKO, the first time you heard uh one of your scores and you saw it in the actual production. How did you feel?
Well, that's very unreal. That's very unreal. My very first time that I saw my music got screened in a theater and from a feature film, and also I heard my voice from from the scene. That was so unreal because how I started my journey before I came to the United States in 2014 was my parents. Nobody in my home were artists, was artists. So nobody did something like a musician or anything related. So there was one time I was in the theater with my mom before my career started, and the opening scene was playing. And I just whispered to my mom, like, Mom, just imagine, what if this music was written by me? So that's the first time my mom aware that, oh, this could be a job. Somebody has to do this job. So we all have music in the films. But usually people, they don't truly, they're so used to the crew. They're so used to the visual effects, engineers, so used to the cinematographer. So they don't feel somebody did that job. And they don't think about sending their kids to do that job. So I told my mom, like, I want sometime, some other day, like, my music gonna play from the screen, from the real one, not just, hey, look on my laptop, this is my music. It's not something like that. It's from the screen. My very first time was Los Angeles Film Festival in Culver City. So I got one of my song that I wrote was used in the feature film Humor Me, and I heard that music and I was like, oh my God, finally, after years, something from the screen was from me. So I just made that come true. I just made that August Rush finally ended as something. So that's very thrilling moment. I would never forget about it. Thanks for asking that.
Yeah, awesome. I wanted to know. I wanted to know. I always wanted to know. And that's EIKO Jin now. Don't let her starve. Reach out to EIKO Jin if you need to go ahead and you need to plan a project and bring your wallet.
Thank you.
Get no discount. We'll try to get no discount. So Miss Tang, you're executive director of the Universe Multicultural Film Festival, director of the San Diego International Kids Film Festival, founder of the Epic ACG Fest, chairwoman of the Maya Art Festival. You produce at an extremely high level. What is your inspiration? And is there a family member that contributed to the level at which you create?
Well, My parents are really artistic. They both are teachers in China for all their life. I think we were like I was maybe 5 or 4 years old. I can produce a whole show. We used to, we don't have a TV in that time. We all we have is the piano in the school in my parents' school. So we just have fun with it. Then we produce the shows because every quarter we have to go to you know the school nearest has a military base there, so we have to produce show to for holidays to perform for the military kids. That's why my voice is so loud because we don't have microphone. We were in the field. There is like 2,000 soldiers on the field, no microphone. We have to deliver our voice to every
Project,
soldier on
yeah.
the field. So that when I first time come to America, everybody said, speak lower, lower. And I said, oh, okay. I tried to lower my voice. And then I tell my stories like I'm not, I'm from a good family. I got good education. It's not because I'm rude, because that period of time we have to make our voice loud to be able. After a while, you get used to.
Right.
So then I explain for that they're kind of like, all right, okay. So then it's my life is very interesting. So I think I love music. I love dance. I have I just born with that because my parents are both very the teachers. They always my parents are also in that gym. My father play violins and not a professional but better than a professional. And my father played the erhu. It's kind of like Chinese violin. And when he was, when he played, we used to be on a very little town by that time. There's that story, history behind that. When he plays that erhu, the Chinese violin, the whole town quiet. I think 10 years ago, when he passed away, the whole town come to his funeral, sent him to the graveyard, and we actually made a Chinese violin to bury with him. So it's kind of like we love the music, and because my family have my parents have 6 children, we don't have anything entertainment. In summer nights, all we do is everyone will make our own violin, Chinese violin from scratch, and every kid has one. Then we make a summer concert almost every night.
So you could build a violin from scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when my because this is a story, all right, because in that time in China we're very poor, we don't have anything, so if we want something we have to build by ourselves. That was like 1970s. China's very poor in that time. We don't have anything. 1960s, 1970s, we don't have anything, so we have to build up it by ourselves. So anyway, end up I learned a lot of things from it. So it's probably from that part, and but however, my life turns because of the whole China changing. So we then I'm just a good student. I be assigned to be engineer because I have a best scores for math, for physics, everything else. Then I end up to be to study aerospace. Then when I come to United States, then I still work as an engineer for many years, and then later on, then I started kind of getting involved for my businesses, and then I think my personality wise, I like to deal with I love people. I like people I don't care, I enjoy the differences. That's why I put the multicultural. Why put the multicultural film festival? Because when I started to deal with international business, because when I build airports, when I built the big stadiums, so I travel around global to hire people from architect. We buy the equipment at time from different countries. I travel a lot, so I because like I said, I was starting my businesses. I try to cut all the costs. I travel around globe by myself. I was I'm relatively looks young, but I a woman. So I drive. I rent a car, I drive to my client places, and when I finish it, I drive around all different countries to have a sightseeing. So a lot of time, every time I have lots of experience deal with the blacks, the yellow, the white, the everybody. It's so funny. I never have any problem. Everybody seems like when I drive on the road, I can't find the right. In Europe, all the dark, I cannot find the right. The road. And there is always people come to help me. And sometimes I go to like in a South America, and then I don't speak their Spanish or their language. And there's always like an old mama come to here to fix me. So it's like I have a lot of feeling for I feel a lot of love from different kind of people. Then I said, of course we know there is a differences there, but there is a war between each other. There's a lot of uh, things and misunderstanding between each other. But I like American because here you see everybody in the same places. But I try to build and say, well, we actually, from my experience, I go around 40 countries. Everybody loved me. I should build up a place for those people who are like to each other, be peaceful, get along with each other. Then that's why I start promote. I start saying, well, I want to do something, maybe through film, because the easy part when I deal with the San Diego International Kids Film Festival, and when I learn a new tool to bring people together, and I said I'm going to do that. I'm going to promote like multicultural. So I want people are regardless their race, their age, their cultural background, and we are meet each other as a human being. You like each other, not treat each other like brothers and sisters, like a whole family. Then we don't have to avoid the war. Everything we can talk about it, but do not have a war. So that's why I have this multicultural film festival. I built that one, and for the kids, it's like because I want, I love kids. I want, you see them like a different kind of flowers and they grow, and you like my parents are teachers, and we grow up as kids. And for the animation part is because I had my son who was working as a film, for working as a technical director in Pixar. He won Oscars. He won three Oscars.
Wow.
So then for the youngsters, and everybody into the Comic Con thing, and when I was driving him over there, I said, well, this is the youngsters part. Then I said, well, I better to play, to build a platform for them to my way of it. Because you see the Comic Cons, other cons, it's very, very limited group of people. They always, even Japan has its own. Most Americans are not international, their own. I want to build an international one. Same thing. I want to into all these cultures of all these international people. As are the kids, they're the animators, their comic books, and their gaming developers together. Do something for everybody. Like when your team has all different kind of background people, we produce something. They're always better. Always has at least from not make some kind of a too much of argument or other things. So that's why I founded the Epic SAG. Yeah, still baby one, but I want them to grow.
That's an awesome story.
So that's my
That is
story
an
about why I'm
awesome
doing
story.
this.
That is an awesome story. That's an awesome story. So, I looked on the website. I looked on your page, and I saw the Maya fashions, and I saw Purple Iris, I believe, face
Yeah.
mask. And
Yeah. That's
you
I just that one was lockdown. I was bored because our festival only can go. We I have 3 festivals and we can't go. I kind of like. Also, it's like so frustrated because when you're locked down or stay home, and I created a fashion for it.
I mean, it's awesome
I
looking.
didn't learn anything from fashion. I don't know anything about how to do
Yeah.
it. At least I don't have mask. Everybody now I mean you need a mask. Why not I do some mask? So I started. I just did after lockdown. So I kind of put it silks on there because the silk is good on your face because the mask you put on face, it's gonna be. I mean, the disposable one is ugly. It's our face. I want it pretty. Everybody wants to be pretty. I want to be a nice mask, and then I want to be like a environmental saving because you're every time you disposable, it's gonna be it's gonna be like a big problems after that. And that's what I want to reuse for, and the reuse for on the fabric and silk. It's a protein, and you can basically wear the silk on your face. It's kind of like during facial, so it's gonna good for your skin. And if you wear a whole day, like people for working, you have to wear a whole day, you don't get any problem with the skin. And I said, "Whoa!" Because I'm doing cultures. I wanted something like something beautiful. And then I put like embroidering like flowers, on top of it. That makes my face looks beautiful. That's how my concept did. So we actually I did this and I started that.
So that was your first time. That was your first time sewing.
I didn't sew in it. That's my first time I design and make it. I didn't sew in it because I use the studio, the people who are the sewing studio and border studios. I use them to do it to do my production. I just have concept.
That's another one of your productions.
Yeah,
so
are they productions?
Are they for sale?
Yes.
Really? Yeah. So where can we buy them? I'm not gonna get the purple line.
Website I just put on like a couple days ago called Maya-fashion.company.site. SITE.
Okay, and so that's Maya. That's MAEYA.
Dot like a dash.
Mm-hmm.
Dash fashion. FASHION. Dot then company. COMPANY. Dot site. SITE. Right. Yeah, right. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a handmade.
Yeah, it was very. I looked at it and I was like, that's a very high end mask, right there.
Very high end because I was in a group with this top designer, like a Coach designer, Chanel designer. They said I should charge $5.99. I said no, it's too much. I charge a little bit. It's my first product. I don't know. So I put there. It's like the individual embroidering, hand embroidering, best silk, and most beautiful mask. Nobody has. I got. I think I did one. I think only a few days. Of like 6,000 people watched my video. I got lots of phone call. And they said, a little bit expensive, but it's so good. I said, because it's handmade. I can't give you cheaper because it's handmade, girls. And so yeah, they can go online to see if somebody really, really like it and something really, really fun. I may have some sample for them. Then it can be better. It's a samples without a brand name on there. Maybe I can give them a cheaper, but I don't know.
Bring your wallet, right? Bring your wallet.
Yes.
Bring your wallet. All right. Bring your wallet.
It's one of kind. It's an art. It's integration art, healthy, fashion, and health, and environmental free, and culture. All the elements together. Fits very well. I adjust everything fits and beautiful. There's all this. I did a lot of study to build very beautiful art. You can have your eyes and still have your like cheeks and fun. I have a men's one, but I didn't because the website only allowed me to do 10. I was testing it on there. And I did one for men too. I didn't put it on the website, but I will.
Well, you got it because I can't get the little purple one because my friends go tease me with the little purple iris. So you gotta give me a tough one,
No, I have one.
Like that.
They embroidered the EIKO leaf. That's for men.
Okay. All right.
EIKO is for long leaf. It's beautiful. I will send you a picture for that. Okay.
Absolutely. Do that.
Let me see if I can send you a sample and you wear introduce for me.
Absolutely. I'll be your spokesman. I'll be your model. That's right.
Great. I will send you. I will mail you one. It's the only one. It's for men. Nobody has it so far because I only have 2 or 3 in my as a sample right now, and but I will give you one sample. You're gonna promise me to show to your.
I will have that thing on all the time. Believe me.
The whole world.
I
Only
will.
one I'm gonna have it's your canal.
That's right. Listen, even when COVID-19 is gone, I'm still gonna be wearing I'll be like I got my mask on, man.
Not because you guys cold, you still need a mask.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
this mask has a pocket inside. You can put the
Really?
filters in there. Yeah, you can insert the filters.
That is
Like
a
say
cool
in the
mask.
hospital, you want to put you can like 95 filters. You just put them in.
That is a cool mask. That is a cool mask. We're at our last question. I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed this interview so much. I tell you, I have to have you guys back because you're awesome. You're awesome.
Okay,
You come
thank
back to
you.
bring those
Yeah,
masks
thank
and
you,
everything.
Cornelia.
Oh yeah, but my last question before we hear EIKO sing,
Okay.
this question is I'm gonna ask EIKO and then I'm gonna come back and ask you, Miss Lynn. EIKO, from
Yes.
from your travels in music and what you've been doing, what is your personal truth?
About the personal truth, is on which direction? The personal truth.
Yeah, like what would you say? Well, because you already told us about your defining moment, you
Mhm.
know, but you know, when you finally realized that this was what you were going to do, you told us about that, but your personal truth, and I guess maybe I should because we've discussed so many things, maybe I should say this: what do you want to pass on to the younger generation right now about your artistry and your music?
Well, along my journey in the past 6 years, as an artist and a composer at the same time, I experienced many challenging times, including this year, of course. And I saw those posts online all the time, like, "Oh, I have this and that problem. I lost my gigs, this and that." And the most inspiring thing that I experienced and I collected as my conclusion was that don't give up. I know it's a little bit cliche,
No, that's awesome.
but many people, not just as a composer, as musician, or as any other kind of artists, writers, screenwriters, and everybody give up. Maybe, for example, let's call it, okay, you have to struggle for 100 days to success, but everybody quit on the 99th day.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Just keep working on it till the end of your life. If you achieve nothing, it's okay. Many people, they were scared and they were, so many people give comments like, you're a failure, you don't earn money, you don't have this and that. It doesn't matter. We all bloom in our own way. I can be a flower ending as a flower. I don't have any fruit in the end. It's okay. We have so many flowers out there in Mother Nature that they're just flowers. You don't expect all the flowers turn to be an apple, a peach, or something. Same to us. As long as you work any other kind of jobs to support your life, to earn a living, then you can work on the other side for your dreams. Don't stop chasing your dreams. Maybe you end up with nowhere, and you end up as like, oh, this for this life I never earn any Academy Award, Emmy Award. It's okay. Over millions and millions people, only those hundreds people win them. So everybody were together with you. So don't feel frustrated. Don't give up. That's the only thing that I saw, how the people, they finally achieve things in the end. The only thing they have in common was they don't give up, no matter what.
Awesome. Woo!
Thank you.
Woo! Miss Tang.
Yeah.
What do you want to pass on to the youth? What's your closing words that you want to pass
My
on?
closing is have a bigger heart, work on it. Yeah, work on it. I'm at my very old age. I never even knocked down. I created my fashion. I created my fashion brand, and which you got everybody love it. So you can keep learning, have a big heart. Why do everything with a heart? then you're gonna success. You have to focus on it. That's what I want to tell. Just like the film festivals, it's my retirement stuff, and the fashion is my COVID-19, thing, and I think I did good. For
You
everything I
did.
was put my hands on there, so I think it just tell everybody, do have a bigger heart. I do this. It's not. I didn't plan anything, but I do it before my heart. I feel that it really help. I do it. So that's my thing.
That is so awesome. I love you guys for coming on tonight. You guys inspired me, and I learned something too before we get to EIKO and let her just blow it up with her beautiful music. I learned something. The reason why I'm not in movies is because I'm not an engineer. So I know now. I know now. You got to be an engineer to produce movies, right? That's what it is. They've been hiding it from me all these years. But I thank you so much for coming on tonight. And EIKO, we're gonna turn it over to you right now.
Okay.
And what are you gonna sing for us?
So there's two options. So I can do like just live voice performance, or I can play another song that I had on my portfolio. So which one I think for a better quality for our audience to enjoy, maybe play my former, professional produced music, maybe better. Or I can sing anything from like Frank Sinatra, or either way.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, so let me see. This is my very first time using stream. Let me see. Share screen. Let me know if this works in a correct way. So share. Yeah, StreamYard. This is my very first time using StreamYard. Can you see my screen now?
I can see your screen. Let me go ahead and pull it up.
Perfect. Then let's play. I love to share this song with everybody. So it's Hawaii 78. So one of my very favorite song. And let me know if you can hear the music. Is it okay?
You can hear it.
A little bit louder.
Okay.
Yeah, a little louder.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah.
Just for a day, I'm working in vain. Who is it all designed to sort everything? How would they beat about the changes of our land? Could you just imagine if they were around and saw how we on their sacred grounds? How would they be about this modern city life? Tears will come from the other side, and they will start to realize that our people are great, great eternal. How they feel, could their smiles become tender and cry for the lost, cry for the people, cry for the land that was taken away, and then yet go find Hawaii. Could you just imagine they came back and saw traffic lights and railroad tracks? How would they feel about this modern city life? Tears will come from the other side, and they will start to realize that our land is a great, great international. All the fighting that the king had done to conquer all these islands, all these condominiums. How would it feel if you saw Hawaii? How would it feel? Would you smile, be content, then cry? Cry for the lost, cry for the people, cry for the land that was taken away, and then yet you'll find Hawaii.
Woo!
That's it.
Bravo!
Thank you. Thank you.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
That was so awesome. I'm serious.
you.
I'm over having a moment just like that, just relaxing, just like Calgon, take me away. That song was so beautiful.
I love it. It's from the Hawaiian musician Easy, who's very famous for his version of Over the Rainbow. So that is the big guy. Yeah, that's his song. So I accidentally found this song when I was on a 12-hour stop in Honolulu. So Easy had a collaboration with Miss Sarah Bregman. So Miss Sarah Bregman, they sang together, and I got caught immediately at the first moment I heard this song. Then later I felt I have to do a cover of it. So I just did it myself, and all the voices you heard, the harmony and everything, that was myself.
That was all you.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna be gonna be big. You're gonna blow up.
Thank you.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I guarantee it's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen. You're very talented.
Oh my God, I have to record this.
Yeah, I'm serious. Don't worry. It's gonna be everywhere, but you're very talented. You're very talented.
Thank you so much. That's truly appreciated.
Oh, no, Joe. I feel I'm elated. I'm just blessed to have you guys on, and I just once again tonight it's just been an awesome show. We've had Lynn Tang, the Broadway and producer and movie writer, and we've had the awesome EIKO Jin to sing for us, composer. And if you want to get in touch with either one of these ladies, you can get in touch with EIKO Jin. Look her up on her on her website, EIKO JIN. Bring your wallet. Don't try to get no discount. Talk about Junior or Cornell. Bring your wallet. If you want to get in touch with Lynn Tang, Miss Lynn, what's that website again?
For my face mask?
Yeah, for the face mask.
Oh, it's called Maya, MAEYA /fashion. Yes, mayafashion.company.site.
mayafashion.company.site.
Yeah.
You can get in touch with them,
The best face mask most beautiful, best in the world. I mean, there's already top designers so told me, so I was so happy.
Yeah, they're awesome face masks now. I looked at them and I said, man, everything she touched turned to gold. She's making movies.
Yes.
She's making face masks. But now I know why. She's an engineer. That's why. We thank everybody for tuning in tonight.
Thank you,
to the
Camille.
Moral
Yeah,
Compass.
Everyone,
Oh, thank you
take
guys.
care.
Nice to meet y'all too.
it's our
Thank you
honor.
for coming on. Oh,
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Good night.
bye-bye. Have an awesome night. And you
Thank
guys in the audience have an awesome night too. Thank you for joining us on the Moral Compass.
Happy
Okay.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
How can you turn off the camera? Or
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
You take care, EIKO. Thank you for coming on. You're so awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. We keep in touch, okay?
You better believe it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, dear.
Bye.